All right, I'll go down the order of the calendar. First case is it Athon Barron? Athon Barron?
Your Honor, Mr. Barron previously failed to appear when this was before Judge Dixon on January 5th of 2021 for plea and arraignment. So the state would be asking for a bench warrant if he does not appear by the end of the calendar.
All right, we'll hold and see if he appears.
Thank you.
Thank you. Next case is Jennifer Bearden. Jennifer Bearden.
Ms. Bearden also failed to appear before Judge Dixon on April 1st of 2021 for plea and arraignment. Again, we will be asking for a bench warrant if she does not appear.
All right. Brianna Bryant. Brianna Bryant.
Ms. Bryant also failed to appear on March
She's in the
10th.
courtroom. She's in the
Oh,
courtroom. Ms. Bryant, your case is 21 CR 0007770C. And you're charged with one count of DUI per se, second count of DUI less state. That offense date is October 23rd, 2019. What say you state?
the state has a recommendation. I'm not sure if Ms. Bryant would like to apply for the public defender's office or if she has private counsel. I don't see any counsel listed. But if she were to enter a plea, it would be, you need me to wait, Judge Mincy?
Go ahead.
Okay. It would be to the less safe count, excuse me, of DUI, 12 months to serve 24 hours, credit for time served, 24 hours, the balance on probation, a $300 fine, 40 hours of community service, the alcohol and drug evaluation and any treatment that is recommended, risk reduction, 1 victim impact panel, count 2, the per se, or excuse me, is switched, would merge, and count 3 would be null pros.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't read count 3 was speeding. Okay.
Yes.
All right. I don't know if you were listening as you were walking. I apologize. Ms. Bryant, would you, do you have private counsel or do you need to apply for the services of the public defender?
I would need to apply for a public defender.
Okay. When I'm looking at the table there.
I'll talk to her, Judge.
Okay.
No problem.
PD Gaithers is there. He will speak with you to see if you qualify. And then we'll circle back around once you complete the application. Okay?
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you. All right, next case is Phil Kane. Phil Kane.
Your Honor, this is he there?
No, go ahead.
This
Mr.
is Mike Raffoff from the Fulton Public Defender's Office. I entered an appearance on him on March the 15th. I did not have notice of this calendar till this morning, and I got the calendar this morning, but I tried to call him and was not successful. I don't know if he's got notice or not, but I usually get the file in time to contact him. I've had no contact with him.
Your Honor, the state, his grandmother, I believe, contacted the state. He is in Washington State Prison in Georgia. He has a possible release date of October 24th of 2023. So we would like an opportunity to speak with Mr. Raffoff regarding a plea and abstention for Mr. Kane.
All right.
That's fine.
Okay.
All right, next case is Otto Calvert. Otto Calvert.
Your Honor, I am showing a failure to appear on September 27th, 2022 and October 21st, 2022 for plea and arraignment and then again for jury trial. So the state would ask for a bench warrant if he does not appear.
All right.
And that name was Otto Calvert.
Yes, CALBERT.
Okay, I must have a non-updated calendar. I'm sorry. No, that's fine. I just want to write his name. in.
He's my position 5, but we'll be so kind to give you an update.
Okay, and I thought I had the updated calendars. Thank you. Can I have this one?
Yeah.
Okay, thanks.
We will put it on your bill.
Everybody want to get paid these days.
Okay, today's payday, All right, position 6 is Christopher Chapman. Oh, he's in the courtroom? Yes, Mr. Chapman, this is case number 20 CR 003016C. You're charged with 1 count of simple assault family violence that have been stated April 27, 2020. State.
Your Honor, I'm not showing counsel listed for Mr. Chapman. The state would have a recommendation if he wanted to proceed pro se. It would be 12 months to serve 60 days. Credit for time served 2 days, the balance on probation, family violence intervention program, and to have no contact with LaShawn Reeves.
All right, Mr. Chapman, are you going to obtain counsel or do you need to speak with the public defender to see if you qualify?
No, I'm obtaining counsel.
You're gonna obtain counsel?
Mhm.
Tell me this state, have you appeared before, today's date? I'm assuming this is not your first date in court. is it?
No, yeah, I appeared before.
And so did you make that same announcement that you were gonna get counsel? Because I hear that a lot and we reset 3, 4, 5 times.
Oh,
Counsel still doesn't appear. They're very expensive.
I'm not even sure if that came up in the last hearing. I'm not sure.
I can almost guarantee you that it did, that someone asked you, are you going to get counsel? And you need to do that as soon as you can, as soon as possible. Although I know that it does cost. So I don't like to continue to reset 3, 4, 5 times, before you get an attorney.
Mhm.
Let me ask my litigation manager. As far as reset, he's been on the calendar like about 3 times, if I'm looking correct.
Yes, on September 8th, 2020 and September 29th, both reset of 20.
Right. You were reset at least twice in 2020, and we are now in 2023. And even if you were saving your money, now you've been able to get an attorney. And so you can talk to the solicitor today to see if you want to enter a plea pro se or would like to negotiate. But I usually do not continue to reset this far into the case. I will notice it for trial, and you will have to get an attorney very quickly regardless, or go forward pro se, or see if you will qualify for the public defenders.
Mhm.
We need to do that today. Do you think you'll qualify or not?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what the qualification.
Okay, are you working?
No.
All right, maybe you can
I'll
talk to
talk to him, Judge.
Mr. Capers and see if you can qualify, so that we can move your case along, okay?
Okay.
All right, he'll talk to you. There's another young lady he needs to talk to first, and then he'll talk to you. All right, next case is Darius Colbert. Darius Colbert in the courtroom. Come up, please. This is 20 CR 001518C. Theft of lost or mislaid property. The offense date is February 19, 2020. Are you representing Mr. Colbert? Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Are you continuing to get an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Do you want to see if you qualify for the services of the public defender?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, state, do you have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. It is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, the balance suspended, or the diversion program.
All right. have a generous offer, but I'll let you talk to Mr. Gaithers to see if you qualify for the services of the public defender, okay? And he's sitting at the table there,
Speak with me.
so he'll call you up when he's ready,
All right.
all right? Christopher Favors.
Your Honor, is he in the courtroom? Okay. I'm showing that he was a failure to appear for plea and arraignment on January 5th of 2021. So state would be asking for a bench warrant if he does not appear.
All right. We have, I'm not sure how to pronounce the first name, Demane Felder, Felder. And the first name is Damany, Felder.
Your Honor, hearing no response, Mr. Felder failed to appear for plea and arraignment on February 18th, 2021. If he does not appear by the end of the calendar, we would ask for a bench warrant.
All right. Joshua Fletcher's in the courtroom. Come up, sir. Mr. Fletcher, your case number is 20 CR 005343C. You're charged with one count of simple assault, family violence, second count of simple battery, family violence, third count of hindering a person making an emergency telephone call. That offense date is October the 27th, 2020. Do you have an attorney?
No,
No. Do you intend on hiring an attorney?
no,
You want to talk to the public defender to see if you qualify for those services?
yes,
Okay. All right. Mr. Gaither will call you up and talk to you shortly. State, do you have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. For count one, it would merge with count two. For count two, it's 12 months to serve 10 days. Credit for time served, 10 days. The balance on probation, a family violence intervention program, and to have no further violent or harassing contact with the victim, Kia White.
All right. Donald Foley or Foley, Donald Foley, Foley. Not in the courtroom.
Your Honor, hearing no response, he was a failure to appear for plea and arraignment January 12th of 2021. The state would ask for a bench warrant if he does not appear by the end of the calendar.
All right. Gregory Harris. I believe he's in the courtroom. He's approaching. Mr. Harris, your case number is 20 CR 003336C. You charged with one count of battery, family violence. The offense date is May 21st, 2020. And I'll ask you the same questions, Mr. Harris. Do you have an attorney?
no, ma'am,
Do you intend on hiring an attorney?
no, ma'am,
Would you like to talk to the public defender to see if you qualify for services?
yes,
Okay. All
Your
right.
Honor, I apologize for interrupting, but I believe that this may be a conflict for the public defender's office. There is a companion case, Latoya Brown, who is still open in Division C, or Judge Dixon. I show an attorney listed as Jewel McReynolds. I'm not sure if that was previous conflict, counsel.
You know who that is, Mr.
I do not, and I'm looking on the calendar because I was gonna ask you all, for Mr. Harris, it looks like Julie McReynolds is listed as his attorney. But just because I don't know who that is, doesn't mean anything. I'm sorry. Okay.
I've not heard of that name either as a conflict, but like you say, there may be someone we don't know of. Have you had an occasion to know or talk to Mr. It looks like it's Junior, so Mr. Joel McReynolds?
no, ma'am,
That doesn't sound familiar to you at all? And sometimes if you possibly have another case, or sometimes it's a mistake. But if you don't know who it is, we'll let you talk to Mr. Gaither just while you're here to see, and then you can consider the, state's, offer as well. But
And you-
I'm sorry, that you just told me, and I said that before I thought, but if it's gonna be a conflict case,
We can do this, Judge. AFC Raleigh, what was the conflict name or at least the case number? And then I can try to help straighten out the conflict.
Sure, Latoya Brown, and
Oh, you're
it is
wrong. Okay.
20 CR.
Well,
Zero.
let me ask you this, my bad. Is Latoya Brown, is she a victim in the case or is she a defendant?
She was also charged as a defendant.
Okay, gotcha,
Mhm.
cross claim, okay.
20 CR 0033337 C is in Charlie. And for Mr. Harris, the state's recommendation is 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for time served 30 days, balance suspended.
okay. And Mr. Harris, you can have a seat and we'll, see what we can do to speak with you, okay?
All right.
All right, thank you. Next case is Yvonne Hogan. Yvonne Hogan. Not in the courtroom.
Your Honor, good morning. Ms. Hogan failed to appear on February 18th, 2021. The state will request a bench warrant.
All right. Was that a plea and arraignment calendar? Do you know?
I'll double check and see, Your Honor.
Yes.
It was,
It was-
okay, yes. All right, next case is Jeffrey Jacobson. Jeffrey Jacobson. Not in the courtroom.
Mr. Jacobson failed to appear on February 18th, 2021 at a plea and arraignment. The state requests a bench warrant.
All right. Next case is Rachel Johnson. Rachel Johnson.
As of yesterday, she was in DeKalb County Jail with no bond. If this can be reset maybe for a month or two out.
Okay. And my next, and you can tell me if this is correct, is that going to be? Oh, no, I wouldn't have it that far out. Do you have a date that far out?
You want June?
For June, are you speaking of? We have a June date.
Oh, that's fine, Your Honor.
And it's June the what?
June 11th, okay,
June 11th.
thank you.
Excuse me,
All right.
Judge. Miss McDade, the victim witness advocate.
Oh, hold on.
The victim is actually online.
Oh, victim is. And the victim's name is
Miss Patricia Johnson,
Patricia Johnson.
yes, which is the mother of the defendant.
Miss Johnson.
Yes.
All right. We're going to reset this case till June the 11th. Is that the correct date?
June 2nd.
I'm sorry, June
2nd.
2nd. We're going to reset this case to June 2nd. And I appreciate your time for getting on Zoom. But if you could do it one more time on June 2nd, and maybe we'll have better information to see where the defendant is at that time. All right.
Okay. All right, thank you.
All right, thank you. Next case is Roderick Kellogg. Roger Kellogg. He's in the courtroom.
Yes, ma'am.
This is case number 20 CR 006077 C. You're charged with one count of simple battery. The offense date is November 21st, 2019. Do you have representation, Mr. Kellogg?
No, ma'am.
Do you intend to hire an attorney?
if I need to.
You should. It's a criminal charge. Don't know what your history is. There could be some, obviously consequences or ramifications you would want to consider. The state's plea offer, I do have some people who represent themselves, which is not what I recommend. But if you think you may qualify for the services of the public defender, you can speak to Mr. Gaither. He's here today, and we have one on Zoom as well.
Okay,
Yeah.
but I'm trying to, figure out, I'm the victim of this situation. And so I'm being charged as the predator.
Right. That does happen sometimes, depending on the investigation of the police as well as the solicitor's office. But I am not here to hold your trial to find out what your defenses are. We can listen to the state offer, and then you can decide whether you want to speak to Mr. Gaither to see if you qualify for the services of the public defender. But it sounds like you need an attorney.
Well,
I'll speak with him, Judge.
Okay. All right, state, what is your offer?
It is 12 months probation, 6 weeks of anger management, alcohol drug evaluation and treatment, and no contact with Camila McNack.
Okay. All right, so we'll let you talk to Mr. Gaither to see who's able to represent you and assist you today.
no.
I have it written down. I'll talk to him.
Okay,
I'll
Mr.
communicate
Gaither
it
wrote
to
it
you.
down. He'll discuss it with you. Okay,
Have a seat. I'll talk to you. Okay?
Well, sure.
But back here in the gallery. Yes, sir. I'll talk to you.
DeAndre Long. DeAndre Long. DeAndre Long.
Your Honor, I'm sure, is he in the courtroom?
No.
Okay, I'm showing that he failed to appear on January 5th, 2021.
Okay.
The state requests a bench warrant.
Judge Missy,
Yes.
this is Ms. McDade, victim witness advocate. So we actually have the victim online, Mr. Avery Wyatt.
All right, Mr. Wyatt.
Yes, ma'am, I'm here, Your Honor. Thank you.
All right, I understand you are the victim in this case with Mr. Long.
Yes, ma'am.
I normally don't talk to people that I can't see, but it's.
Oh, hold on. I can turn this on.
Great.
I don't want to get the ticket. I'm actually driving.
Oh, okay. I really can't talk to you then.
Okay, hold on. I pulled over right here.
Thank you.
All right. Okay, you have my undivided attention, safe on 285.
Right. And you know, you can't tell the officer I'm talking to the judge, therefore I am relieved of that ticket. So I don't want you to get a ticket while that, and plus it's just not safe. But you are the victim in this case, and we're going to see if Mr. Long appears. If he doesn't, the case will receive a bench warrant for his arrest. Obviously, you've gotten your information updated. The victim witness advocate will be able to assist you further, but it appears that there's going to be another court date. Just don't know when, and just keep in touch with them, and you will be able to appear whenever we get Mr. Long in the courtroom.
All right, now do I have the liberty to drop charges?
Not particularly. That is the state's decision and the judge. But we have to get notice to Mr. Long and find out where he is. I'm not for sure at this point, but that is not the purpose of this calendar, particularly today. But certainly you can discuss it with the advocate and they will explain some avenues to you. But remember now, the state has brought these charges.
Yes, ma'am.
So they have obviously done their jobs and investigated, so.
Okay, well, I know he's in Washington, D.C. That's where he relocated.
Oh, so he's not in Georgia to your knowledge, okay?
Correct.
All right, they will continue to try to locate him, because eventually he will very soon have a warrant for his arrest for failure to appear in court.
Okay.
And we'll get him
Alright,
back
thank you.
somehow.
Sorry to interrupt, Your Honor. Position 13 is on the Zoom, by the way.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Glanville. So Mr. Wyatt, you're released today. Just keep in touch with the advocate and they will update you as to the status of the case, okay?
Thank you.
All right, thank you.
Hello, can you hear me?
I
Can y'all,
can,
can you hear me?
I can.
Oh, great. Hey, this is Yvonne Hogan. I'm just getting up. I'm sorry. I got like short-term memory. I can show you my medicine I take and stuff. But I just woke up this morning. I think he said 9:30 or 9 o'clock. She told me over the phone.
Yes.
So I just want to make sure that you know that I'm here. I just woke up, but I'm here.
Well, that is fine. You're a little late. It was 9 o'clock, but better late than never.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
So let me circle back a little bit. This is position 13, Yvonne Hogan.
Yes.
And do you have representation, Ms. Hogan?
Do I have what?
Do you have an attorney?
No, ma'am. I had talked with the prosecutor because I'm in Augusta, Georgia, and I had got a letter, saying that it could be resolved, so I'm trying to find out what's going, because I don't even have, but I don't know, I have bits and pieces. I don't know what's going on, but whatever going on, like I say, I think I got to pay something, so I was telling her, I'm willing to resolve.
Okay. Well, let me say this to you. You're charged with one count of theft by taking, which is a misdemeanor, and that offense date was August 4th of 2019. I'm going to let the state of the prosecutors read their offer on the record here. And if you want to speak with them, you can to represent yourself, or you can speak to the public defender for them to represent you for free if you qualify. So you can take either of those avenues. Which one would you like to do?
Excuse me. If I say a public defender, do I have to pay anything? And would that be done and would that be done today?
They can speak with you today. It'll be a little wait. There's some people in front of you.
So someone online might be able to assist her.
Oh,
Because I don't even have my laptop, Judge.
Okay,
right.
and would the case be resolved? I mean, can I move forward today though?
It's possible. It is possible.
Because I got a lot going on.
I understand. Would you like to hear the state's offer?
Yes.
Okay. This is Ms. Githia's case.
Yes, Your Honor. It is 12 months probation, a theft prevention class, and 40 hours of community service.
40 hours of what? Community service.
Community service.
Ooh, hey. Oh, wow.
40 hours is not too bad. It sounds like a lot, but it goes by fast.
See, it's no problem because I'm 62, I'm an old lady, but it's
62
the
is not
transportation.
old.
It's the transportation. Okay, so where can I do where community service have to be done? I mean,
it can be done by you in Augusta. You're in Augusta, Georgia?
No, I'm leaving. I'm coming from Ohio. I stop in Augusta. I'm on my way home. I'm on my way to Fairburn, Georgia. Fair.
You can do your community service with the proper company or nonprofit organization. You just have to keep in contact and let us know if you're entertaining that. But it doesn't necessarily have to be here, but we prefer so we can get the information about that community service. But that's the state's offered. Do you want to represent yourself, or you want to try to see if the public?
I'm going to represent myself. There's no need for me to waste government money.
Well, you're probably the best citizen in the whole world to say that.
No,
you don't want to waste the government's money.
It's not that I'm the best. It's just that I got old, baby. When they get older, they're gonna learn.
Right. Well, I'm sure some of your taxes are helping pay for that. Right now with the gas, okay?
Okay, all right.
But if you want to consider that, that was 12 months probation. Repeat that again, Ms. Cynthia.
A 12 months probation, theft prevention class, and
Mhm.
40 hours of community service.
Okay, and what's the theft prevention class? Do you have to pay for that? Or do I just go to that?
There could be a cost for that. Is that correct, maybe?
I do believe there's a cost.
There's always a cost.
Yeah.
You know,
There's always a cost.
I mean,
If you don't,
everything.
if you don't use the government's money, they're gonna get it from you. How about that?
Okay.
But I don't think it's terribly expensive. There's other courses that are much more expensive. And usually this is a 1-day course, correct?
Okay.
From what I
Okay.
understand.
And then the 12 months probation, is it a cost for that or what?
There are probation fees associated with that.
Ooh-wee. Okay, but I'm gonna have to go with that. I'm gonna have to, I'm gonna have to do this, get it over with. Yes, ma'am. So I can go with that. And can I get emails, everything sent to me?
They're going to speak with you. If you want to accept that offer and represent yourself.
Yes, ma'am.
We
Yes,
have
ma'am.
probation here today as
Okay.
well, and they will speak with you. If you
Okay.
want to entertain that.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll
I'm
tell
thinking
you
of
to
it,
mute
ma'am. I
yourself.
can
Yeah, mute yourself and be on hold, and they will get to you. It may take a few seconds to do that, so
Okay.
just be patient with me to hold, and they will.
Yes, ma'am.
They will
All right.
just speak with you as well as probation. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Hold on a second.
Okay.
Thank you.
If Ms. Hogan can put her email address in the chat, I can send her the plea paperwork, Your Honor.
Do you know how to work the chat feature of Zoom?
No, ma'am. Let me see. Chat and hold up.
I'm
See,
going to tease you a little bit. You're a young lady, and I didn't know if you could do that.
okay, I see chat. So I push the chat button.
Yes.
Okay, hold up.
You're
Damn,
doing good. You're doing better than some young folk. Okay, you're doing well.
Okay, can y'all still hear me?
Send
Yes.
her a text, please, on chat. See if she
Okay,
can see that.
okay. It's a meeting chat.
Okay.
Send to everyone. Tap here to chat or tap a message.
Wait,
Okay.
she's gonna send you a test, and then if you see it,
Okay.
then it'll tell you how you can respond. I think.
Okay, well, check this out though. See, did she get that? Cause I did something already.
Oh.
Did she get it?
Yes, she did.
Yes, okay.
We're gonna
now
have you to teach a
okay,
Zoom
I'm gonna hit
class
close.
there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Whew. All right.
You're
Okay,
doing
ma'am.
good. All
All right,
right, so
thank
she's
you.
gonna send you a private message in the chat, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so hang on, hold on until we tell you you're released, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
Okay.
You know how to mute yourself with the little red microphone.
Oh, okay. But do I need to do that? Do I need to mute?
Yes, because I'm gonna talk to the other persons in the courtroom. So you can
Okay.
just kind of listen until they send you a
Okay.
message.
So I see the red recording.
I can
yes,
do it, Ms. Hogan. I can do it.
Okay. Okay.
our Zoom master will do that. All right. Next case I have is Charles McCoy. Charles McCoy. Not in the courtroom.
Okay, I'm sorry, just give me 1 second, Your Honor.
Okay, no worries.
I am showing that Mr. McCoy failed to appear on February 10th, 2021 at a plea and arraignment. The state requests a bench warrant.
Okay. All right. Hambrin McNair. Hambrin McNair. Not in the courtroom.
Mr. McNair failed to appear on April 13th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
Okay. And Delvon Mincy. Delvon Deshaun Mincy.
Mr. Okay, Mr. Mincy failed to appear on January 5th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
He's in the courtroom.
Oh,
He just came to the point.
Yes, you're Mr., is it Delvon Mincy?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And I will say for the record, you spelled yours differently, M-I-N-C-Y. Left out an E, and I am not related to you, and I do not know you.
Right.
All right. Just to make that clear. You're charged with, and this is 20 CR 0054007C. You're charged with 1 count of battery family violence, 2nd count of battery family violence, and a 3rd count of cruelty to children in 3rd degree. That offense date is November the 2nd, 2020. State.
The offer is, Your Honor, if he's going to represent him, if the offer is 12 months to serve 1 day, credit for time served 1 day, the balance probated, a family violence intervention program, no contact with Angel Gibson, a $300 fine or 40 hours of community service, and 1 parenting class.
Okay. Do you have an attorney, Mr. Mincy?
No, ma'am.
Do you intend on hiring an attorney?
No, ma'am.
Would you like to talk to the public defender to see if you qualify?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
I'll speak with him.
You're gonna be busy.
Yeah, that's fine. I'll talk to him.
All right. We will allow you to talk to the public defender, see if you qualify so they can give you some great advice before proceeding, okay?
Thank you.
All right. The next case is Valerie Moore. Valerie Moore. She's in the courtroom coming. This is case number 20 CR 004269C. Valerie Moore is charged with 5 counts. First one being battery family violence, simple battery family violence, 2nd count of simple battery family violence. I'm sorry, 3rd count. And then a 4th count or 5th count, which is simple assault family violence, all with the offense date of June 12, 2020. Do you have representation, Ms. Moore?
No.
Do you intend on hiring an attorney?
Maybe.
Maybe. Well, the maybe, I will look as best as I can see. I'm sure you probably have been reset from another calendar. And probably was months ago, this is 2020 case.
Not sure.
Your
I haven't
first
gotten any
report?
mail. I haven't gotten any letters, so I have no clue.
You do not what?
I haven't gotten any letters, any mail, any calls, nothing. So
How did you know to be here today?
I had to call my probation, the pretrial officer. She gave me the date, which was March 2nd, which wound up being the incorrect date. And she gave me the correct date, called me back and told me it was the 24th.
Okay. Has she been set before?
She had put in a plea to appear, a plea in arraignment, December 2nd, 2020, a reset plea in arraignment for January 12th, 2021, a reset for her status, February 24th, 2021, a failure to appear, May 25th, 2021.
All right. There's been a lot of dates here.
Yeah, I've been every Tuesday or Wednesday when you have to call in? No information.
And no one's told you about any of
Nobody
those
told me
dates?
about any of the dates.
It says in February, to complete a PD application for that status.
You filled out an application for the public defenders in
Yep,
February?
I just did it in February. No,
One though.
it's just a,
Oh, that was 2021. I'm sorry. Do you remember doing that?
yes,
Okay.
because that was the Zoom calls at that time.
Well, those are still court dates. So you've been here and shown up. Would you like, so I don't know, did you qualify or not qualify that day?
Not qualified.
Okay, so I don't know.
I'll still speak
Let's
with the
let you
judge.
talk to Mr. Gaither and see, because you have, several charges. We want to make sure that you can get some representation if you qualify. If not, we can talk back. Does the state have an offer?
Yes, Your Honor. On all counts, it is 12 months to serve 2 days, credit for time served 2 days, balance probated, a family violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, no contact with the victim, Glenn McDowell, and stay away from 14 Cedar Run in Sandy Springs.
All right, you have heard that offer. We'll let you talk to Mr. Gaither to see, things have changed in those last few years, see if you qualify for services, and then you can let me know what you want to do today,
Okay.
okay? All
And
right.
Phyllis.
Next case I have is Aileen Scarborough. Aileen Scarborough. She's not in the courtroom.
She's not in the courtroom. Oops. My apologies, 1 second. I am not showing that she has any failures to appear, Your Honor. But I'm not seeing that if anything was returned, a notice was returned, so the state requests a bench warrant.
One failure to appear, April 1st, 2021.
Looks like we have one
You
April
do have,
1st.
okay. The state requests a bench warrant.
That was April 1st of 2021.
Clean arraignment.
E&A. All right. Varanta Seals. Varanta Seals. Not in the courtroom. He's not in the courtroom.
Judge Mincy, the victim is actually online, Miss
Okay.
Takesha West.
Takethia Clemens.
Takesha West.
Oh, let me see, West. Oh,
How you doing, Your Honor?
morning, how are you?
I'm fine.
Let's see what we have on Mr. Seals.
Mr. Seals failed to appear on February 18th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
All right, we're going to issue a bench warrant if he does not appear before the end of this calendar. And have you been in touch with the advocate from the solicitor's office?
Yes.
Continue to do that, and they will inform you about future court dates once we can find where Mr. Seals is located. Okay?
Okay. Yes, ma'am.
Thank you for your time. Next case is Deontay Smith. Deontay Smith. He's not in the courtroom.
Mr. Smith failed to appear on January 12th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
All right. Theodore Van Riel, V-A-N-R-I-E-L, Van Riel. He's not in the courtroom.
The state requests a bench warrant, Your Honor.
When did the FTA?
One moment, Your Honor.
January 5th, 2021, for clean arraignment.
January the 5th, 2021 for P&A. All right, John White. John White. He's not in the courtroom.
Mr. White failed to appear January 12th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
All right. Michael Willis. Michael Willis.
He's not in the courtroom.
There's someone coming.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. When you said you were doing it, you were going to another seat. I apologize. All right, no, that was not someone coming.
Oh, okay. Mr. Willis.
Representative, so I apologize. Michael Willis is not in the courtroom.
He failed to appear January 5th, 2021. The state requests a bench warrant.
All right. And Alexis Young. There we go. Alexis Young is in the courtroom, looks like with counsel, I believe.
Your Honor, Attorney Gabe Winters representing Ms. Young. I have filed an entry request for discovery. I've received discovery from the state and an offer this morning.
Okay.
Judge, we're not going to accept that offer. We'd ask to move forward to a trial calendar.
All right. And has Miss Young been arraigned?
I believe so, but
You show that, let's make sure. Sometime I asked.
yes, Your Honor, we're happy to do that again today. I did file a waiver of arraignment when I filed my entry, but we're happy to do that.
Well, he filed a waiver.
Yes, Your Honor.
That is fine. Then we're good, correct?
She had a failure to appear at the last time, 25th, 2021, and looks like she might have come to her.
Okay. All right. So we have cleared that out with her appearance, so we're fine. It will be further notice for trial. Is that what we're doing?
May, like May is.
It will be on the May trial calendar.
In Judge, there's a little bit of confusion with the entries. I filed an entry substitution to take over from the public defender. Then I believe the public defenders were switching courtrooms and the new one filed another entry after mine.
Okay.
So I just want to make sure that I'm the attorney of record on the case, so I received notice.
Right.
Winters.
And my
Yes.
litigation manager's looking at that because, like he says, that other entry came after his.
Yes, Your Honor.
May look like that. You could put a note.
Yes, yeah, and I can withdraw. That's me. I was given the file and then I filed one. I can. withdraw.
Okay, that would be good because that would be confusing for the clerk.
Okay.
All right.
And that's, you said a May jury trial date, Your Honor?
That's what my litigation manager is telling me.
Okay, and the state withdraws its offer, and if they decide to take a plea prior to trial, it would be a non-negotiated plea.
Okay. All right. And was it Gabe Winters?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, I heard it correct. All right, Mr. Winters, we will notify you of that date that we're intending to do jury trials in May. And so as long as everything goes as planned, we'll send you a notice for that.
Thank you, Your Honor.
All right, thank you. All right, take care. Thank you.
Yeah, that's because I haven't changed it yet.
Right, well, let's see. Are you able to change it now?
It's hard.
Is there anyone in the courtroom that did not hear your name called? Anyone in the courtroom that did not hear your name called? Or may have come late and missed hearing your name? No, everyone's accounted for, and it looks like most of the people left are waiting to see Mr. Gaither. And he just, yes.
Can I just go ahead and do self-representation so I can go ahead and get a trial date? Cause this has drug out too long. And I just spoke with someone who was familiar with the case 3 years ago. They actually told me that's what I came in and said. I said I'm doing self-representation in 2020.
And you would like to conduct your own jury trial?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I don't recommend it, but if you would like to do that, and we look further, go ahead and notice you for trial. Tell me your last name again.
Chapman, CHATMAN.
All right, so you do not want to talk to the public defender?
Oh, man.
Okay, and you're ready for trial now?
Yeah.
Do we need to make sure we have his updated address and information?
Yes, tell him to take a seat and I'll get to.
Did you give him a sheet or not? Okay, so we're going to make sure that we get your information so that we have your correct address to get that notice of trial. And that you're going to be pro se representing yourself.
Your Honor, which case is that?
Position number 6, Christopher Chapman.
And so, Your Honor, that would be my case currently. So the
Okay.
state would be withdrawing its offer. And we would also let Mr. Chapman know that we will be filing for prior difficulties, as there are 5 other cases with this victim, or police reports, excuse me.
Hearing that, Mr. Chapman, I wish you would get representation. It sounds like you're going to need it. We're gonna make sure we have your updated information. All right, if there's no one else that I need to handle, we will recess while Mr. Gaither speaks to, looks like about 6 people.
Your Honor, this is
Yes.
Mike Raffoff with the PD's office.
Yes.
Let Mr. Gaither know that I'm available to come down there. It'll take me 10 minutes to get there if he needs some help.
As they say on The Price is Right, come on down. We would
Okay.
love to see
I'll be
you.
there. Okay.
Okay, thank you.
And Your Honor, in regards to position 13, Ms. Hogan stated that she is in Georgia and she's on her way back to Atlanta, I believe. If
Okay.
that could be reset to a final plea calendar, that way she can then get the paperwork and fill it out.
That might be best. Ms. Hogan? Ms. Hogan, can you hear me? Ms. Hogan?
Yes, I can hear you. I think he turned me up. Let me see. Hold up.
I
Yes,
think I
can
know
hear you.
why, but I'll tell you when you get back on.
Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. I have to be able to see you. I
Okay,
think you were
hold on.
taking a
I'm trying-
nap, but we allow that, but we don't want to see you sleeping.
Oh no, I was just laying down. Okay, can you turn me back on? Somebody turn me off.
I imagine.
I can't unblock your camera. You have to turn it back on, Ms. Hogan.
Okay, let me figure this out.
Yeah, the
Okay.
camera is gonna be.
Okay,
that
here we
was-
go. There we go. Okay.
I don't have to tell you, you got this down pat.
Okay, it said you cannot start your video because the host has disabled it. So I need somebody to enable it.
All right, host, you heard. You
Start
got
my
your
video. Oh,
instructions.
there we go.
There you go.
All right. Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
we can see, you gotta put your glasses back on. Can you see me?
Okay, yes, ma'am.
All right, what we're going to do, since you're headed back to Atlanta, right?
Yes, ma'am.
When will you be back in Atlanta?
It'll be sometime this afternoon.
Oh, okay.
Today.
We were gonna reset you to a plea calendar so that you can take the plea and also sign the paperwork, and then you can meet with probation while you're here.
Well, I can't just do everything now. I can, you can leave it like
Do you have a printer at your house?
a printer?
Uh-huh.
No, I always go to the rent office and print.
Okay, well,
I don't have a printer, no, ma'am.
what time are you going to be back in town if
Oh,
there's no wonderful traffic?
That's what I'm saying. I'm riding. They supposed to be leaving at 2:00, and
Yeah.
it's a 2-hour trip. So I should be here by 5. But this gonna be
Oh,
traffic.
you know I'm gonna be gone by 5.
Oh,
On a Friday too?
yeah. Okay. Yeah,
Yeah, we can't do that today. I thought you were leaving shortly.
No. Okay. So what we can't do it
Because
today?
there's some paperwork that you would need to sign with us and to take this plea and with probation. And it's best done in person if we can. But if you had a printer at the house and I knew I could send it to you and get it right back and a scanner and all of that. But since you don't have access to all that, I don't like sending it to the rent office because it's your confidential information.
No, but that, see, I'm a VA and all my information go to her. I have case management. I'm a vet in the HUD batch program. And see, all my information goes down there and all my everything I print in my fax. It's her fax number, you know, I have to go down there. I have,
So
you know.
someone that you trust.
Yes, yeah, I've been here 8 years. Yeah, 8 years. I trust Miss Bridget. Yes. Yes. Yes.
So when would be the next day that you could come down to the courthouse?
Oh,
Once
Lord.
you get town this evening, can you get a ride to the courthouse so you can Uber here?
Ooh, okay, but they got that type of money. Uber to the courthouse. That's a, you know. Oh wow.
Is that expensive? I didn't think it was. Well, I guess it depends on where you're going to be living. Don't say that on the camera.
Yeah,
but
I'm out in Fairbanks. I'm out in Fairbanks.
it's not too bad. Actually, there's a bus.
So you couldn't have all the information
sent to your rent office?
Yes, ma'am. And I just fill out everything and fax it back to you. I could do that today because when my people come, I might leave a little earlier to let them know I got some important stuff to do, and I can be able to try to pick that paperwork up today. You know.
Yeah, but if you guys aren't leaving to 2, and it's a Friday, trying to get into Atlanta,
See, it's only 10:05. Like I said, when they wake up, I can talk to them to leaving a little earlier because this is important paperwork. Because we all heading back this way. Maybe they might leave at 12, since you know, and I can make it to the rent office and get the paperwork, and I can fax it out to you. Is what I'm saying. We could leave around 12.
State, are you all willing to do that?
And
the fax the paperwork to her rent office, she goes there.
Yes, yeah.
Read it.
And we would do this afternoon, Your Honor. I just wanted to make sure I'm clear on.
Yes.
Well, actually, this morning, depending on what else you all have to do to fax that plea paperwork to her, she's not leaving until about 2.
Okay, I might leave out by 12 though. That's what I'm saying. I can talk to my son, and we can leave out around 12.
And I don't know if you all will be able to fax or email that to her within 2 hours. You know, either way. Well, can they email it to you and then you can go there to print it and sign?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
And they have access in order to scan it back to us right away.
They
I want to give you time. You need time to look at the plea paperwork.
Yes, ma'am. They got a scanner and they got a fax. I can scan or fax.
You can't fax. They would have to scan and email it back once you sign.
Okay,
and
I can do that. Yeah, that's how she does my stuff. She scanned, then she emailed it.
And then does she have to bring in the originals or mail them, or how do you all do that, Ms. Kitty?
I can email them to her now. If she could then email them back, you know.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Can you email everything to me?
Yes, I can do that.
Okay. Yeah, and then I can go.
And then you're gonna go there and pull up your email and print.
Yes. Yes.
Probation.
Yes. So I saw her my email.
Can we do that?
We can try it, and if she can get it done before the end of court, then we can proceed.
Right.
If not, then we can reset it.
We can either reset it for you to come in person, which is we really prefer that. Because probation, she's giving me that look like, Yes.
No, I can do probation. I'm responsible. I'm 62-year-old. I'm a very, that's why I'm responsible, because I don't have transportation right now. And I want this done today, you know what I'm saying? So I'm not the young.
In probation, can you all talk to her on the phone? Both of you. Did you used to be in probation? No? You look like the lady that works in probation. and that's why I keep looking at you. So correct me and say, Judge, stop looking at me, because that's not. Where is probation? Are they on? They are not on.
Probation is not on.
So I've given them a new employee today who is not their employee. Are we able, Ms. Githia, to contact probation to see if they can speak to her on the phone while she's available waiting?
If
Or they have to see them when she comes in town, huh?
I think they do have to see the first time, they have to see her in person.
Yeah, that first visit has to be a live visit. And then after that, you can call in to report or however they have you do it. Now, Ms. Hogan, once you get in town, then you're going to need to report. That first visit has to be in person, which is why sometimes people do come to the courthouse so they can meet with them that first time. And then after that, they can allow you to do call-ins or however you report. But I don't want to circumvent their rules or tell you something wrong.
Okay. And who's my probation officer? Where are they gonna be located?
They are somewhere around by the courthouse, are they not?
They not here in Fairburn? I don't have, I mean.
No,
you
your
just-
probation is here in Fulton County, out of Fulton County. So it'll be someone here. But they will allow you to call in if you don't live in town. But if you're gonna be staying in Fairburn, they still may allow you to call in because you don't have transportation.
No, ma'am. And let me ask you,
It's off of Mitchell Street, so it's around the corner from the courthouse. The
Lord.
probation offices. We'll give you that information.
Okay. I can I meet with them?
Is that
Well, I
correct,
can
Ms.
meet with-
Githia? Let me not say something that's not correct.
So can I meet with them Monday? Do you have to be?
State, can she do that? Do you all have any control or knowledge of that? I know you don't.
I have no knowledge of that, Your Honor.
Right. I'm taking you way out of your pay grade, as they say. with all of this
I just
question.
trying to find out when do I meet with probation. It usually be like on Monday, cause they Friday.
Well, you probably have more knowledge than I do. Let me tell you this. I'm going to Mr. Glenville, are you able to get that probation information for me to give to Ms. Hogan? So that, okay.
A form to fill out anyway for probation, and that is them.
Okay, my litigation manager has it covered. So she's going to get that information and get your information. And then they will contact you.
Okay.
So that they can schedule you to come in. I think they're still doing some appointments. I've heard, I think.
Okay.
Because we're still kind of coming off COVID too, but they do appointments.
Yes.
And they'll tell you that, okay? So we will
Yes,
get
ma'am.
that information to you. Let's make sure that she has your email from the chat. And so
Okay.
a litigation manager will email you too.
Okay.
So you're gonna get maybe 2 emails from Fulton County today, okay? Maybe,
Okay.
so be on the lookout for those within the next, we'll give them the next hour or so to get them
Okay.
to you. And then
Okay.
get those, go to your rent office, get them printed out. Stop in, that key sheet has a lot of places to initial and sign. So you got a
Okay.
lot of initialing to do. It's probably a whole page of check boxes, okay?
Okay. Okay. She'll help me. I can help.
Let me ask you this, is she a notary?
Yes, she is. I believe she is.
Got it covered, okay?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah. Okay. Yes,
I'm
ma'am.
gonna have you working for me next.
I just been here 8 years, and like I said, I'm a veteran, and I have a lot of case management.
Gotcha, yeah, with your veteran stuff, okay. Well, we
Okay.
appreciate your service as a veteran.
Okay.
And just hang on, let me see, does she still need to hang on or just wait with emails?
Yeah, just wait, because I think Ms. Githia still has to send.
Right, and you're done, Ms. Githia, with her, she can get off Zoom if you release it, just wait for the emails, right?
Correct.
Okay.
So when
So
was
I can hang up.
But when will she be logging back on?
What?
Once you email those papers back to the email that you received them from, and we have a calendar at 1:30. Just log back on. I don't need you to hold on while you're waiting on those papers, because then you got to walk. How far is the rent office from your apartment?
It's like about 5 minutes.
Okay.
3 minutes, right up.
Okay.
No, yeah.
Yeah, so wait to get those, and when you see those emails come in, do you get on over there?
Uh-huh.
And believe me, it's gonna be an hour or so, but we will be here because I have a 1:30 calendar. And
Okay,
then sign back on once you've done that. But
okay,
if it's going to be after that time, you need to sign on before that, because I don't want you to get back on and then we're not here,
okay,
okay?
okay, so don't sign back on till after 1:30.
No,
I
no,
mean,
no, before 1:30.
Oh, no,
Before.
'cause-
I
yeah,
want you to do that because I have a feeling you're gonna get the paperwork and hopefully get all that done at least by noon. Okay?
uh-huh, okay, okay, okay,
And
okay,
but, and, you know, I'll let you interrupt my calendar at 1:30 and it's very short.
okay,
And I'll be here, but I just don't want to miss you. So make
okay,
sure
man,
you sign back on by noonish to give me an update.
okay, okay,
Okay?
yes,
All
ma'am,
right. Thank
all
you.
right,
All
okay,
right.
all right, bye-bye, all
Bye-bye.
right, all right. So how I stop this? Do I hit recording?
Now, I think Mr. Glanville, you can,
Ask him till he shut me off.
can you,
Yes,
shut
Your Honor, I
her?
can. You want me to
Thank
kick her from
you.
the Zoom?
All right,
Or is
all right,
Yes, thank you.
all right.
All
Hey.
right. The court will be in recess for the interviews, and then we will come back on once the PD's office has finished to see who qualifies and who doesn't. So we'll give them maybe 30 minutes or so. He's moving kind of quickly, but I think he has about 4 more to interview.
Yes, Your Honor. Thank you.
Well, Mr. Raffoff is coming down to help, so that may make it. So let's get back on about 10:35 and see where we are.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. Did my video. Look, I have Miss, what's her name, to give me some Zoom lessons. She was doing pretty good for somebody that didn't know how to work it, huh? All right, there we are.
Okay.
All right, give us your announcements, Mr.
Okay,
Gaten.
so starting with position number 3, Miss Brianna Bryant, I will represent her. And I'm currently in a pre-trial status with ASD Raleigh in that case.
Okay,
Position 6, no, not 6. Position 7, Darius Colbert.
mhm.
I don't remember what, I will represent him. I've consulted with him. I don't remember whether this was Miss Gippie's case or Miss Riley's case, but he has opted to go with the diversion option.
Okay.
It's ASG Riley. I have positions 1 through 12.
Okay,
Okay,
gotcha.
good.
Okay,
Yeah.
so Mr. Colbert, he's decided to go with diversion.
Okay, Mr. Gaither, I will send you the application for Mr. Colbert.
If you could do me a favor, I didn't bring my laptop, my bad. I walked right in and left it in the office. If you could send that to one of the case managers.
And then they'll
Okay.
get send it out.
Okay,
Position 10, Joshua Fletcher. I will represent Mr. Fletcher, but we need to further notice his case to the next calendar to give me an opportunity to file my entry so I can get access to the discovery that's probably already on the system.
Okay. What's that reset date for 10?
That is
Yeah, that would be another status.
May 5th at 9 a.m.
All right, May 10th. Oh, 5th. So position 10 is reset to May 5th.
Okay. And is Mr. Fletcher free to leave?
Yes, Mr. Fletcher, you're free to go. So you have your court date. Thank you.
I'll call you. I'll call you. The next announcement is position 12, Gregory Harris. That will, I anticipate that will be a plea today,
Okay.
but let me go in and ask, I know, wanting to see did he qualify for first offender? And y'all can just let me know, because I
Okay.
don't have a file.
Have you? Uh-huh.
I'll have to look at.
Okay.
I can't
Okay.
remember off the top of my head.
Okay.
And then position 16, Roderick Kellogg. I will represent Mr. Kellogg, but it's going to be the same announcement. I need to further notice his case so I can file my entry so I can get access to the discovery that's on the system.
Okay. And that will be reset to May 5th.
It is Mr. Kellogg free to leave, Judge?
Mr. Kellogg, you're free to leave. Thank you for your time.
I'll give you a call.
Next room.
Thank you.
All right.
The next one I have is position 21, Miss Valerie Moore. I will represent Miss Moore.
Okay.
Oh, yes, she is. Yeah, but same announcement, Judge. Of course, I need to file an entry so I can get access to the information so I can talk to her. And I understand that she has some documents that she needs to get to me so I can provide that to the state as well.
Okay, good. All right, we'll reset to May 5th. Okay, but keep in contact with your attorney because sometimes that may change depending on the disposition, okay?
Okay, I'll call you.
Okay.
All right. You're free.
All right, thank you.
And yes, those are all of my announcements. Judge.
Okay. And the rest, Mr. Wrap up.
Got our number 20, Delvin Vinci, Mincy. We apparently, the victim and him were both arrested. Her case is over. There may be a conflict. I'll have to check that, but he otherwise does qualify. But the codefendant, I don't have the case number for the codefendant, but her name was Angel Gibson, Gibson.
Yes, I
I'll have
think
to
my
check that.
litigation manager
Pardon?
read that, she read that case number. We can give it to you again.
Okay.
That was for another case. This one not attached to this.
Oh, that was not this one on 20. Oh, okay. I thought we had it, but if
I'll check it. We just asked for a reset then. And if it is a conflict, I will forward it to the conflict attorney's office.
okay. So are we resetting him to May 5th as well?
That would be fine, Your Honor.
Okay. All right, Mr. Mincy, we are resetting your case to May 5th. In contact with your attorney because there may be a switch of attorneys, but as long as your information's update, they'll be able to reach you as well. But right now, your date is May 5th, unless you hear otherwise, okay? All right, you're free to go. Thank you. Oh, you want to.
Thank you. All right.
All right.
That's it.
That's it. I thought we had one more. No?
Oh, we do. I'm just waiting for, ASG Riley to look over the file for, Ms. Bryant.
Okay.
And then we can make a decision on whether we can resolve it today or not. And then we're waiting on the diversion paperwork from Mr. Colbert.
Mhm.
And then yes, Ms. ASG Riley is going to check on,
The first offender status.
yes,
for
the first
Mr.
offender status for number 12. So that's what we're waiting on, Judge.
Okay. That's
But I will say, Your Honor, I'm sorry to cut you off, on position 3, Ms. Bryant, I won't be able to do that review today, Mr. Gaither, or
Okay.
while we're in court. So
Sure.
if we could reset her to May 5th.
Okay. To give you time and get all that together, we'll do that. All right, we'll reset position 3 to May 5th.
And And is Mr. Gaither still in the courtroom?
Yes, he's talking to Ms. Bryant.
Okay.
Oh, my bad. I'm sorry.
All right.
No
Thank you, Ms.
problem.
Bryant.
Mr. Gaither, I was able to review Mr. Harris's criminal history. It does not appear that he's used his first offender. However, the state would have an objection due to the nature of the charge, but certainly it could be non-negotiated as far as that term of him being able to use his first offender.
Okay.
So would you still like me to send you the plea paperwork?
Yeah, yes, please,
Okay.
please.
All right.
Or send it to the case manager. I'm sorry.
Sure, no problem. Diversion paperwork and plea paperwork to.
And I feel naked without my laptop, so forgive
No,
me.
no problem. Just give me a few minutes.
It's Friday. We let you get away with stuff on Friday.
I appreciate it. Judge, I got here a few minutes early, walked right in.
I know.
Wait, I'm missing something.
You were light-handed. That was it.
That's what it was.
Yeah. Well, up until, well, no, they still have the computers there because these are all-in-ones, I think. But I guess you don't have access, but I guess y'all don't even, nobody does. Do those work? I don't even know if they work. The ones on the desk. Do they? They do work?
Looking at that. Yes.
Mhm. But I've never really seen anyone use them. That's why I thought they were for show. Because it looks like we're doing all kinds of stuff.
By the way, Judge,
Huh?
the matters, the audio was very poor. I was in my office.
You couldn't hear?
Your voice was distorted.
Really?
Everybody else was okay.
Mr. Glenville, did you hear that?
Yes, ma'am. I can hear you through the mic.
You can. Sometimes, and next time say something, Mr. Wrap up, because I think I have to stay to the right, I believe, because of something. A little bit, and we move this over just a tad. But now I think the lady that I was talking to, she seemed to be able to hear me all right. So it may be internally it's a little muffled, but externally not. But yeah, let me know next time so I can adjust a little bit. And some people, they hear every other word, but they never say anything, but they can say, Judge, I can't hear you, but they're a little afraid to say that. But I, want to make sure they can hear, everybody can hear me good. But I think I have to remember to stay to the right, so. And then what's the lady's last name that I'm waiting on from Augusta? That's Miss,
All right.
is that Bryant?
Go ahead. Go ahead.
No,
Yeah, I just gotta come back on my phone.
Hogan.
Oh, was there another case? I didn't get any of
That's
that.
It's,
Oh, that is enough. Oh, just motion.
And you all have emailed to Ms. Hogan? Yes. You did, okay. And then everyone else left on Zoom are employees or people, some names I don't know.
Yep.
Everybody's okay. So Mr. Glanville, I don't have any outside people on Zoom now, do I? Everybody else is internal.
What was the question, Your Honor?
Do I have any other outside people on Zoom?
No.
Or everyone on there is internal? Okay,
Everybody's in here.
gotcha. And so we're just waiting on Miss Hogan. Should be signing back on. They've sent her the emails. So I'm sure she's on the way to the rent office. You'll see her sign back on, I'm sure.
Yes, Your Honor. I'll look out for her.
Yeah. I appreciate that. I saw on the 130, we have a private attorney on one of those cases, or on that one of the 130 calendars. Because I imagine they don't show up early, do they? Depends.
My prosecutor is gonna see me the whole process. Okay.
No, these are.
So on this one, oh, okay.
If we can work ahead, I can tell you right now. So the case on 130 that I have, Judge, is Mr. Robert Hill.
Robert Hill, the
Yep,
other.
he's on the Orca E final plea calendar.
Okay.
Now, what happened is that Mr. Robert Hill reached out to our office because there was a bench warrant
Mhm.
that was pending for him. So I helped him out because he was saying that he never got notice. So I filed a motion to set aside the bench warrant. It was granted, and now he's on this next final plea calendar. But if one of the, if I can get an offer from the state or something now, and like, I don't know what his offer is.
I have the offer for, Mr.
Okay.
Hill.
Okay,
Okay, that's great.
Okay, it is 12 months to serve 5 days, credit for time served 5 days, a family violence intervention program, 40 hours of community service, and he is to have no further contact with Miss Cherie Motley.
okay.
And Your Honor, I actually have announcements for the other 2 cases at 1:30, which
Okay.
might,
Right, we'll
rectify us
just,
having to come back other than, I guess now, Miss Hogan.
right, we may end up giving her a buzz and see where she is with things. I'm sure she'll answer.
I
herself.
believe ASG Givier is speaking with her.
Oh,
So,
good. Okay, great.
For Orca E status,
Mhm.
Crystal Leaf, that's on for status for PTI.
Okay.
Attorney Lynch had reached out to Judge Law via
Mhm.
email with me CC'd.
Mhm.
We did not get a response back, but the holdup or the issue is she has to pay, and the payment link between our office and the clerk's office is still in the process of being set up. So we
Okay.
just needed that reset for another status, maybe in May or June, to give enough time for that to take place. And that's going to be the same announcement for Mr. Cuthbert that I did the diversion for. He won't
Oh, okay.
Both of
be
those,
able to pay
okay.
yet
Position 7 on today's calendar.
on today's
Right.
calendar. I'm
Okay.
sorry, I'm jumping back and forth.
No problem.
We're with you.
Okay, and then also for 1:30, the Orca E add-on status for Alexander Hill. I did just hear from Deputy Ekpo. She has reached a resolution in that case with Attorney Schiffer. And so I just need to let her know who to submit. I'll let her know to submit the null pros to Miss Younger. So that is all of the cases for this afternoon, other than Miss Hogan.
Okay, that's good. We're moving it along for Friday,
Yes.
especially since Mr. Gaither doesn't have a laptop. I'm messing with you.
The one day I forget
Okay,
the
the one
laptop.
day, right.
And so I'm almost finished with Mr. Harris's paperwork, so we can
Okay.
get that taken care of. And that may be it for today.
Okay,
And
and
maybe
then
yes.
Mr. Colbert, you said you can still email the diversion paperwork,
Correct.
but he won't be able to sign up until,
He can still fill out the form and sign up. It's just payment would not be remitted until they set up
links.
the payment link, because you can pay online. He doesn't have to come back to court to pay.
okay.
Mhm.
Would you like to June to keep it further out for the 2 payments?
Yeah, we better, to be on the safe side.
We can do Miss Leith for June 2nd.
June 2nd, okay.
Mr. Colbert.
We're gonna err on the side of technology sometimes needs more time. ASG Riley, so we're gonna reset position 7 to June 2nd.
Okay, that's Mr. Colbert.
Right, payment
So, June 2nd.
system should be working by,
June 2nd, okay.
right, we're gonna give it a few more weeks there just to be on the safe side.
Okay. But he can still hang around to receive the paperwork to fill out and everything, correct?
I think she's gonna,
Yes, I'm gonna email it to both Miss Younger and Mr. Gaither. I know he doesn't have his computer, but just so
I'll have it in my email, got you.
right,
both have it just in case. So it's up
Thank you.
up to you if you want him to wait for it or if you want to just send it to him. I don't know if you have his email address. Actually, I already have it drafted. I'll just send it separate from Mr. Harris's paperwork. So I'll go
Yeah,
ahead.
he can wait a few more minutes since he's here. He
okay,
can fill
since
it
it's
out,
here,
knock that out right now.
okay.
Okay, I just sent it to both you and Miss Younger.
And then the other one is, position 12. No, that's a plea, which is the other one that we're gonna do, let's see, with the payment. Oh, that's on the Orca E status. That one will reset to June 2nd as well, because there's not a payment link. All right, then that Crystal Leaf, Mr. Gaither, that's yours.
It's Attorney Lynch.
Attorney Lynch. So that one we will reset to June 2nd as well for the payment. Or did you want a different date? Because I forgot, ASG Riley, that that's, Mr. Lynch's case.
No problem.
Well, we can do that one for June 2nd, reset that for June 2nd as well. And just let him know. Yeah.
Tell her to tell him that I was in follow email.
What's it?
Thank you for the time, Your Honor. I did just send the plea paperwork for Mr. Harris.
Okay, no problem.
Okay. you all said that.
I think I just said that's back to you. Ms. Riley, continue.
I heard my name.
Sorry. Do I need to send the version paperwork back to you?
Yes, so I can send it to the program. Thank you.
No problem. And Mr. Gates, here's Mr. Harris.
Okay, is Mr. Cole, is he free to leave? I guess the program will reach out.
Yes, if all his contact information is correct and valid phone number, they will reach out to him.
Okay,
Okay,
but he needs to be back on, what date, June 2nd?
June 2nd. Mhm.
So I'll call him. I'll call, hold on. Make sure I have it.
In your honor, while he is speaking with Mr. Colbreth on
Mhm.
position 13, Ms. Hogan, I believe ASG Gilead is still speaking with her, but I believe she's offering her an alternative resolution under the circumstances.
Okay, okay,
But it still requires her to sign the plea
Right.
paperwork. I'm just trying to see if there's any way we can avoid having to come for the one case at one
I
time.
know, right, now that we have been very efficient today.
Yeah, I just got off the phone with her.
Okay, good, give us an update.
The recommendation I reevaluated, the recommendation has been changed.
Okay,
It's going to be 12 months to serve 5 days. Credit for the time served 2 days and no additional jail time. And the case will close out.
oh, wow, okay, very good,
I'll be in touch.
very good, I think that'll help her out.
Don't feel weird.
So I'm not sure, maybe if we did it as a plea and abstention, or she mailed the paperwork back signed instead of trying to come here, that might
Right,
be more efficient for her and we have a better chance of receiving it.
right, exactly, yeah, definitely, because I think once she gets here, transportation is gonna be an issue, so.
Correct.
Right.
If we can get her completed today, that would probably be good. Is she gonna sign back on?
Yeah, Ms. Gilead, could you ask her? to-
I can call her right now, see if she can log back on.
Please.
Okay, good, okay.
Okay, Ms. Hogan is going to log on right now.
Okay.
Do I need to email Mr. Glanville and let him know that she's going to be logging on so he can let her in?
Oh,
I'm here.
yeah.
I'm
Okay,
here.
okay, thank you.
I'm just waiting for her to appear.
Okay, thanks.
He's that voice in the sky who's listening to us.
And looking out when you need me.
And look, there you go. Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
Your Honor,
Yes.
yes, hopefully Ms. Hogan logs back on, but Ms. Riley is going to handle that plea. May I be
Okay.
excused? That concludes my cases, my matters for today. May I be excused?
Yes. Have a good weekend.
You too.
Okay. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
All right. This is position. Hold on. Bring back. Position 12. This is case number 20 CR 0033336C. State versus Grayson Harris. You're charged with 1 count of battery family violence. The offense date is May 21st, 2020. And I understand this is a negotiated plea.
Well, not exactly, Judge.
Not exactly.
Yeah, it's non-negotiated as far as we're asking for first offender status.
Okay.
And just to perfect the record, if I might, and I'm not sure if this was part of your discussion, Mr. Gaither, but with that, Judge, for him to get first offender treatment, it does have to be 12 months on probation, so it cannot be suspended as a time served
Right.
today.
So balance will be probated. And are you all okay with him? Is he going non-reporting? Is he going to report?
I was gonna ask for it to be non-reported.
And think this part of the plea would be non-negotiated?
Non-negotiated.
Yeah, it would be up to your honor.
Okay. Give me the terms again. I wrote down 12 months or 30 days credit for time served at 30 days.
Balance suspended.
Balance suspended, but now
Yeah.
it has to be balance probated in order to
Complete
allow
first
him to
offender treatment.
first offender. Okay.
If the court is so inclined to grant it, I will say there are 9 cycles on Mr. Harris's history.
Does he have any violent convictions?
Let me take a look here. And I apologize, after going back and looking at Mr. Harris's history again, I misstated. It appears as though he did use his first offender in 2011 for a marijuana less than an ounce. And that was
Was that under a drug first offender statute?
that I'm not sure. I can't tell. It just says First Offender Act, and it was sealed as matter of law in
So it sounded
2017.
like he was a minor. That's what it sounds like. That's the only reason it would be sealed. That's the only reason I can think.
And he can use it on this.
Yeah, that's one thing. I think he's available to use it on this. Because if it's sealed, if it was 2011, how old were you in 2011?
He was born in
How old are you now?
1991, so
31. No.
no, he wouldn't have been 2011. You were born in I'm sorry, you were born in 1991.
Yeah, so
Yeah, you're born in 1991? Okay.
Correct. So he would have been 20 or about, depending on the date, yeah, 20 in 2011.
About 19.
So he would have been an adult. Now, if they classified it as a drug first offender or not, that I can't answer. But so far, Your Honor, no, this is the first offensive or violent arrest. All of the priors seem to appear to be VGCSA or marijuana.
Okay. Do you have a supervisor to ask that question to possibly? Excuse me, that's available to tell us that, and I know that.
Or we could do this, Judge. Let me ask, and I already know that the state's going to object to a NOLO plea, but let me ask, would the court be inclined to allow him to plead NOLO and then just let this case be a wash? And the reason I'm asking is because he is 31 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Even he and the child's mother, they're no longer romantically involved, but they do co-parent. And from what I understand, they have a great co-parenting relationship since, especially they split apart officially in 2021, a year after this incident, and they have 4 children together.
How many?
4.
4, okay.
So I'm just trying to put him back in the best position to take care of the little ones.
And they must all be little. How old are they, give or take? No.
I think the
It's
oldest
10
one is
and
8. Yep.
It is 8.
Yep. You hit the nail on the head.
Mhm.
And Your Honor, I again, the state is objecting, but we will add that this is a co-defendant or cross case. So if that, weighs in your determination.
Right. And then I understand her case is closed possibly, or she's resolved her case.
It's showing as still open, but it's in Judge Dixon in Division C.
Okay.
I'm not sure. I can check to see the last time it was on the calendar, but when I checked last night, it was still showing as open.
Nothing hasn't been done since February 24th of 2021.
This one might actually help move that one along.
I know, maybe so. I do, applaud the fact of co-parenting and certainly want you to be able to do that and want to encourage that, especially with 4 little ones and making them understand that they have 2 parents in their lives. That is very, very important and commendable. I'm inclined to allow the NOLO because it looks like we cannot do first offender again, that it was used.
And yeah, that's fine. After listening to the information now that's come out, and I'd be happy to change the pleading too, Judge.
Yeah, let's do that. And it's gonna have to put it on. I'm sorry, Debbie, I put it on the page too. I will accept a NOLO over the state's objection, and that has been noted.
And Your Honor, if you could just on the paperwork, put that was non-negotiated, because all of my stuff says guilty.
Right, so he'll have to, I think Mr. Gaither's changing that for us.
Thank you.
Be careful, Ms. Hogan, you're not muted. All right, so we have NOLO on the first page. NOLO. And I'm trying to see where the
Is there one more spot that I missed?
non-negotiated.
Okay, I know, my bad. What says the state's
I
recommendation?
think, is it in the middle of that page?
Yeah, it's kind of down toward.
Okay, I think it's,
Right. What do I need to write again? Just call it
non-negotiated,
Okay. That's right.
And Mr. Gaither, also on the plea and verdict form, it would have to say non-negotiated because my signature is on that form.
Okay.
My electronic signature.
Right. He put NOLO, let him add, add it on that page as well.
Sorry for all the markings on the pleadings that are ASG Raleigh, but trust me, I've seen worse.
No problem.
We've all seen much worse. And I'm like, what does that say? And about 3 years from now, but you print it, so that's at least good. And they start doing cursive and we don't know what it says good. All right, so he has done that. And both places. All right, so you're ready to take your plea, Mr. Harris?
Yes, yes, ma'am.
And I understand that you are exercising the NOLO contendere plea, and you are pleading guilty, pleading NOLO rather, to one count of battery family violence. Case number is 20 CR 003336C. And that offense date was May 21st, 2020. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And you have completed the plea paperwork with your attorney, Mr. Frank Gaither. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to ask you a series of questions and to make sure that you understand and have voluntarily entered into this plea, NOLO plea today. Raise your right hand for me. Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down. And first, I'm going to ask you, are you presently under the influence of any medication, drugs, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Are you satisfied with the services and representation of your attorney?
Yes, ma'am.
And do you understand that by pleading NOLO, that you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes.
That you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared to agree to waive these rights today?
Yes.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading NOLO?
No.
Okay. And has anyone promised you anything to plead NOLO?
No, ma'am.
Okay. And do you understand that if you're on probation, your probation may be revoked because of your NOLO plea here today?
Yes.
And do you offer this NOLO plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you?
Yes, ma'am.
And so as to the charge of battery family violence, how do you plead?
No. No. No.
NOLO. All right. Thank you. And that is fine. And again, as far as the conditions, again, you were offered by the state, and that was for 12 months to serve 30 days, credit for 30 days. And balance is still suspended now, correct? Or is it probated?
No, it should be suspended. It doesn't.
Now it can be suspended because of the NOLO plea. Because if we were doing first offender, we were going to have to
Exactly.
probate.
Exactly.
Is it still suspended, ASG Rowley?
Well, Your Honor, that was the portion that was non-negotiated.
That was a portion non-negotiated. I will let it be suspended. The balance will be suspended. And it is noted that the state objects to first offender. We might say it doesn't qualify, and note that if it is granted, it'll say rejecting artificial probation, but we're saying non-negotiated. That language can stay there because it's not really applicable now.
Correct.
So that's fine. I will suspend the rest of his probation, and we don't have any other conditions at this point, but to get along with your child's mother, continue to co-parent and raise 4 productive little citizens. They're probably little old people already. That's what we're bringing into the world now: computer literate, cell phone literate, little old people. So I commend you for that, and as we stay involved in their lives,
Yes.
so that we don't ever see you or them here again.
All right. Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, good luck to you, and I will sign off on the rest of your paperwork.
All right.
All right.
And Your Honor, Ms. Hogan has made it back on.
I see. Miss Hogan, how are you?
Okay, great. Yes, ma'am.
So you've been being a pretty good paralegal today, is that right?
Oh, so you say.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Let's see. Let me sign something real quick and hold on 1 second.
Let me-
All right, Ms. Hogan, I
Yes,
am
ma'am.
going to call your case again, 20 CR 006064C. And that's State versus Yvonne Sue Hogan. You're charged with one count of theft by taking. That offense date was August 4th, 2019. And State, what say you?
Yes, Your Honor, the state is moving forward with a plea of 12 months to serve 5 days, credit for time served, 5 days, the balance suspended, so the case would close today. I believe the paperwork reads a little bit differently, Your Honor.
Okay.
And I would ask for express permission, but for the court to change that. I believe it currently reads 12 months to serve 5 days, credit for time served 2 days, no remaining jail time. It should just be credit for time served 5 days.
5 days,
To
right?
take into account 2 for 1.
Okay, great. We're looking at that now. Printing.
Paperwork from Ms. Hogan or the one that Ms. PPA is?
The one that Ms. Githier sent or the one from Ms. Hogan?
The one from Ms. Hogan, it should be the one that's updated.
Okay, we've not received that yet. So Ms. Hogan, did your rental office email that back?
No, ma'am, I haven't, she did, she just told me to disregard that paperwork. And because she's sending another set.
She sent it to you, Ms. Hogan. I'm not sure. Your Honor, I think we can go ahead and take this part of the plea, but we may need to put Ms. Hogan back on a calendar to just ensure that we receive the plea paperwork.
Right. That paperwork that you print, did the person print that out for you already?
No, ma'am. No, ma'am. I haven't made it to my rent office yet.
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing.
No, ma'am. I won't make it to my rent office till around probably like 1:30.
Oh, I thought you said it was 5 minutes and you're in the complex and
No, that's where I live in Fairbanks. I'm in Augusta.
The rent office is not in Augusta where you are?
Where I live in Fairbanks. My landlord, she does all my faxing and
I
emails.
understood that, but I believe I assumed incorrectly that she was there with you in Augusta.
Oh, no, ma'am.
Oh, wow. I totally misunderstood you. So I'm gonna have to put you back on another calendar for sure. So
Okay.
when you get to Fairburn, you're gonna have to get a ride down or take that bus. There's a bus that comes all the way out there and comes downtown.
Uh-huh.
And you're gonna have to come down to do that paperwork. Because I really honestly thought that that's what we were doing. We emailed it to you.
Yeah,
That you one of the rent office, but I assumed that was there in Augusta with you.
No, ma'am. I can't email to you probably around about 1:30, 2 o'clock.
That's if the Atlanta traffic allows you to do that.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to put you on another court date so we can get that paperwork unless, you know, you're able to contact one of the ASGs and work that out, but it's better to be on a calendar so we can track and make sure we get it, okay?
Your Honor, if I may, I'm not sure if Ms. Givier also sent it to Ms. Younger.
She did, she has it.
So if Ms. Hogan is able to get it completed and signed and emailed back to us before this next court date, that would take care of it. But if not, she would have to appear.
Right, we're gonna give you a backup court date Okay, so we
Okay.
keep up with you. So that encourages you to get it done so you don't have to come down.
Okay,
Okay?
okay.
What date are we gonna give her?
I have a fifth, or we can do it, it just depends, we can do it April 7th, that's 2 weeks away.
Yeah, let's do April 7th.
Okay.
You're not gonna be out of town on spring break, are you?
No, ma'am.
All right. So we'll do April 7th,
Okay.
and I think that's the Friday before Easter?
Friday
Uh-huh.
at 9 a.m.
All right, at 9 a.m., April 7th,
That's a final police calendar.
and that's that final plea calendar. So that paperwork that's in your email, when you get to your rental office in Fairburn today,
Mhm.
or by Monday, see if you can get over there and she can print it out. If you have questions on how to complete it, who should she call, Miss Riley?
Ms. Givier, Your Honor.
I guess her number will be on there because of her signature tag, right?
Yes,
Oh,
and I
yeah.
know that she also
Yes.
spoke with her today.
Okay,
So
so
they-
you have her number?
No, ma'am. I don't have a list.
Ms. Githier, the other Assistant Solicitor General, you don't have her number? She called you today?
Somebody called me.
She did. Do you see her number in your phone?
No, ma'am. Can you give it to me?
Okay, hold on a second. You're gonna write it down?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Let me check.
404
Okay,
781
okay,
9866.
okay, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, that's her number there. She called.
Right. Yep, you got it.
Yes, ma'am.
So you've gotten it written down, because I know when I see weird numbers on my phone, I go, whose number is that?
Yeah, that's 66.
Right. So that's the number. When you get that paperwork printed later today, she probably won't answer you today, okay? So give
Okay.
her a call on Monday,
Uh-huh.
and you can do it with her, go over it together so you don't check or do something wrong on those boxes.
Okay,
She will go through that with you to make sure the paperwork is done correctly.
Okay.
Because if one of the judges, if we receive it and it's not completed correctly, we can't sign it. And we
okay,
don't want to hold it up that way. So that if we get all that done Monday or Tuesday, then we won't have to come back. You won't have to come back rather on April 7th, because all
Okay.
your paperwork will be in, and they will let you know that and confirm that with you, okay?
okay,
So I'm going to swear you in and do the police statement information today, so that part will be done.
okay,
And then when you finish the paperwork, everything will be complete with your plea. Okay?
okay, okay,
All right, so do me a favor, raise your right hand for me.
okay.
Do you affirm that the testimony that you're about to give is the truth and nothing but the truth under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, put your hand down for me. And it is my understanding that you wish to plead guilty to one count of theft by taking. Is that correct?
Correct.
All right, that case number is 20 CR 006064C. And I'm going to ask you a series of questions. The first one being, are you presently under the influence of any medication, drugs, or alcohol?
No, ma'am.
Are you, let's see, you're representing yourself. Do you understand that by pleading guilty, you're giving up and waiving the right to the presumption of innocence?
Yes, ma'am.
Do you understand that you're giving up and waiving the right to remain silent and not testify against yourself?
Yes, ma'am.
And that you're giving up and waiving the right to trial by judge or jury, whichever you prefer?
Yes, ma'am.
And you're prepared and agree to waive these rights today?
Yes, ma'am.
Has anyone told you that you'll receive a lesser sentence for pleading guilty?
No, ma'am.
Has anyone promised you anything to plead guilty?
No, ma'am.
And do you understand that if you're currently on probation, your probation may be revoked because of your guilty plea today?
Yes, ma'am.
And you offer this guilty plea freely and voluntarily with the full understanding of the charge against you.
Yes, ma'am.
And so as to the charge of death by taking, how do you plead?
Guilty.
All right, and we understand that the terms of that plea are 12 months to serve 5 days, credit for time served 5 days, and balance suspended.
Okay.
And then your case will be dismissed. Is that correct, Ms.
Correct.
Riley, ASG Riley?
Well, Your Honor, just one correction. It won't be dismissed. It will be, the balance of probation will be suspended.
I'm sorry, and that was terribly wrong of me. I apologize. The balance of your probation will be suspended, so you will not have to report or be on probation for those 12 months, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
But after that, then you will be completed with the term, so you won't have to do any community service or any of the other terms as before, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. And so make sure that you don't get any new cases or any new charges while you're on probation. Even though it's suspended for the 12 months, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
All right. So that sounds good. So
Great.
remember what you're gonna do next. You're gonna get that paperwork printed later today,
Yes, ma'am.
over the weekend. And then
Yes,
on
ma'am.
Monday, you've got the number for the other assistant solicitor, Ms. Githier, and give her a call.
Yes, ma'am.
Complete that paperwork with her.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
make sure that you do that correct. And once they get that in, they'll send it to me to sign off on. And we'll make sure that everything is complete before April 7th.
Okay.
And then that way you won't have to get on the bus and come down.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay?
Yes,
All
ma'am.
right. Do you have any other questions?
No, ma'am.
Okay. All right. Have a good weekend and safe travels getting back to Atlanta. Okay?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
All right. Take care.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
I have a quick announcement on position 5 on the show cause calendar. Mr. Otto Calbert, he emailed the division litigation manager saying he needed a Zoom link, and I attempted to reach him or call him, and he's not picking up. At least position 5 on the calendar.
I've already signed a bench warrant, right? And so he reached out to the division. Even though it was late, I guess I could hold.
I forwarded the email to Mr. Gaither.
Okay.
I know he doesn't have his computer, but
Right. Let's hold on that one. Looks like he's knowledgeable, but I don't know what he's going to say. He had 2 prior FTAs though, right?
Yes, Your Honor, for both plea and arraignment and jury trial.
His notice was stated for him to come in person.
Right, it said to come in person for him because, yeah, it's kind of almost,
Yeah, so there's not much we can do.
no, not much we can do with him. And then, I still don't see him. Looking for him. He's gonna have to clear out the FTA and come down and do that, I think, yeah. So if you get to talk to Mr. Plainville, tell him to come on down.
yes, Your Honor.
Okay? And I don't know, we don't usually reconcile or do we? Mr. Gator want us to reconcile?
I'm sorry.
Do you want us to reconcile the calendar?
I think we're good. I think I'm good.
You good? Okay.
I'm good.
Good.
The one that now that I have that one case on the 130, did we reset that or is he still coming in at 130?
Who, Lee?
Oh, Robert Hill.
Hill.
I know,
He's at
that's
130.
right. Robert Hill, I wrote that, well, it was supposed to be a final plea.
But Mr. Gaither said that he needed the recommendation, which I gave, and he needed to talk with him about it. So,
I mean, if he wants to come in and take a plea, if he's already headed this way, if he's not, then we can. Are you able to reach him, Mr. Gator?
I was about to try. I'm just being selfish. I'm trying to see how much time do I have to grab something to eat.
Oh,
I'm-
well, you do.
I thought we had agreed to reset Robert Hill, because then that would mean, that would be the only reason we would be coming back.
And that
And
was
then you can take
that
a
too.
longer lunch.
Exactly. That's what I was getting at, was I didn't want to just come out and say it, but yeah, I just got the recommendation. And that's why I prefaced it. The reason I got involved with his case was because I agreed to help him set aside his bench warrant.
Gotcha,
And so
okay,
this would be the first time I would have actually had an opportunity to even talk to him about the state's offer.
gotcha. All right, well, he's reset to June 2nd too.
Okay, and I'll talk to him and tell him about that. So come June 2nd, either we'll,
Oh, May 5th or June 2nd, I'm sorry.
no, let's do June 2nd, because
Okay.
I think that May 5th calendar is pretty heavy now.
Gotcha.
Okay, so I'll call him.
Okay.
Oh,
Is that a lot?
okay, let's do May 5th. Let's do May 5th.
Want to change it to May 5th?
Yeah, we'll have to do June, so yeah.
Okay. We will change Mr. Hill to May 5th. Okay.
Is that also at 9 a.m.?
Yes, 9
Okay.
a.m.
Okay.
All right,
All
that
right.
clears it all out. Now you can take your lunch for the rest of the day. Tell them I said it, right?
All right. Thank you all.
If
Take
that
care.
matters at all, okay?
Is Alexander Hill already been addressed, the add-on status?
Oh, we're sorry.
Yes,
we didn't
Mr.
tell you.
Glanville, I made the announcement, I'm sorry if you didn't hear it, for Mr. Hill. Deputy Oto Ekpo was handling that case with Attorney Schiffer, and they've reached an agreement. I believe she's sending a no pros to Ms. Younger.
Okay.
And then the other one was reset, Leaf to June.
Crystal Leaf, yeah, correct.
All right, so those are the three. Anything else you don't have, Mr. Glanville? All right, have a good weekend. All right, have a good one. Thank you.
Thank you.
But making sure you got everything to Mr. Glanville.
Are they sending the notes right now, or are they going to send?
Yeah, you know if she's sending the no pause now or later, you're not sure.
I just responded to her email, Ms. Younger, I put you on there, so as soon as she responds, she just asked me who the litigation manager was, so I'm assuming she's gonna get it
Right,
to
but she's gonna
sometime
get it to
today.
you. Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay, well, they'll send it over to me. So,
Yeah, I just wanted to make sure so I can tell the court reporter that they don't have to come for 1:30.
right, yeah, cancel the court reporter for 1:30.
Yes.
And I assume they don't get too mad that we did the pleas without you, but since it wasn't a million of them, they should not. But they're on
I
Zoom.
don't think there will be any
They're
objection.
recorded on Zoom, so.
Yeah.
So that's it, Mr. Glanville.
Oh, my bad. Yes, ma'am.
All right, look, just making sure, because I don't want you to call me and say, come back. All right, thank you. Have a good
Thank
weekend,
you. Have a
everyone.
good weekend.
You
Trustee
too. All right.
Have a good weekend.
And
All
Mr.
right, thank
Glanville,
you.
thank you.